How's it going, my dreamers? This is Born a Dream here with week one of our matchup with the Gyarados Giants, Elite for Tom's team. And this upload's gonna be a little later than any of the other APL uploads because I was going to face WMAR earlier this week, but I guess some IRL issues came up with him and he couldn't face me this week, so instead we're going to take on Elite for Tom and the giant Gyaradoses. And I was really worried about this matchup because he had Gyarados on his team, and as I mentioned in my draft analyst, I can't use Rotom Mo this week because I picked it up after the draft and you have to wait a week before you can use another Pokemon, or you can use the Pokemon that you picked up. So that's what happened, and so I didn't really have a counter to regular Gyarados, but thankfully he actually dropped regular Gyarados and went with, he scooped up like Mega Gyarados, and he scooped up, I don't know what he traded Gyarados itself for, but he went with, he grabbed Blaziken, and yeah, so we're looking at a completely different team here, and a team that I feel pretty confident in beating. At least I hope. At least if things go the way I'm planning them right now, I should be able to pull out the win. So basically, this is a team that I'm going to be going in with right here, and I'll explain my thoughts on this team in just a moment, but I wanted to show you guys what I think he's going to bring first, and that way you guys can see what I'm actually thinking here. So this is a team I'm thinking he's going to bring. This team right here, I think he's going to bring this Mega Gyarados, definitely. There's no doubt about that. Mega Gyarados has a pretty good sweeping potential. I think he might run like Earthquake on this thing to take out, what was it that I was thinking he was going to take out? What was it? I guess Metagross, but I think Crunch does more to Metagross than Earthquake, and it does do, I think it might OHKO Wheezing. I was looking it up on damage calculators, but I think it, at the very least, it would be a 2-hit KO with the Wheezing, and Levitate would be just useless. So he could run Earthquake, but he could just run the standard Dragon Dance set, like Dragon Dance and Waterfall, Substitute, and Earthquake, or not Earthquake, sorry, Crunch. And he could just run this set, and he would probably do a pretty decent chunk to my team. I don't think I really have a great counter to it. I could use Kartana, but well, I'll get to Kartana in a minute, but I'm mostly worried about Mega Gyarados. I'm also worried about Azelf. If he runs like Fire Blast on Azelf, that really is a hard counter to Metagross and Kartana. And he could run Explosion on this thing, and Explosion Azelf is no slouch. He's probably going to end up running Stealth Rocks because none of these other Pokemon here, and none of his other Pokemon other than Regirock can run Stealth Rocks. If he runs Regirock, this might not have Stealth Rocks, but otherwise it will have Stealth Rocks, and I think I have some pretty strong counters to Regirock, to the point where he probably won't bring it. So I am a little concerned about Azelf. Azelf can also U-turn and whatnot, so there's that. He's also going to have Mimikyu. For sure I think he's going to bring Mimikyu. Mimikyu is just probably one of the more annoying 7th gen Pokemon because of its ability and because it could set up a substitute. It could set up a Swords Dance. and it could proceed to sweep your team. So Mimikyu I might have a decent handle on because I have Metagross and Kartana, and Weezing can do some work against Mimikyu as well. But I mean, Mimikyu is just such an annoying Pokemon that you have to take it into account. Blaziken can do work against Metagross. It can do work against Kartana. So that's a thing. But I don't think Blaziken can. It definitely can't OHKO. No, wait. Yes, it can OHKO Kartana because it gets Flare Blitz. So, but I think it's a 2, maybe 3 hit KO with Metagross, which isn't too bad. If now that I think about it, it probably is a 2 hit KO. But so he's probably gonna run this. He might run like Swords Dance on this, or he might do something else with it. I don't really know at the moment, but at least the good news is he's not going to run Speed Boost, because Speed Boost Blaziken is banned. But Zygarde 10% is a problem too, because Zygarde 10% can run that Choice Band set with Extreme Speed and Earthquake, and it could really do a lot of damage to my team. So that's a concern of mine, but I think I might have a pretty good handle on Zygarde 10% as well. And then Amoonguss is just annoying. It can just set up spores. It can, heal itself with Regenerator, with Synthesis, with Giga Drain, and all that. So I think there's a chance he might bring Amoonguss. I think these 5 for sure he's gonna bring, but Amoonguss is kind of like the like he might bring it, he might not. He's also got like Golbat, who I think he could bring to counter like to swallow up hits from Kartana, although I didn't really damage count Kartana versus Golbat. I mean, he could run Eviolite Golbat, or he could run Golbat with a Flying Gem. And he's also got Yamega. Yamega has like the tin lenses. Regirock can set up rocks and is a defensive wall. And then Pangoro and Togedemaru, I don't think he's gonna bring. I mean, I guess you can go for Togedemaru to counter Mega Blastoise, but I'm just not counting on it. I think Amoonguss is much better for Mega Blastoise than Togedemaru. But I'll just go over my thoughts for this team. So I'm thinking of leading with Mega Blastoise to start things off, because Mega Blastoise, if he starts out with Mega Gyarados, it might be a problem, because then I'm predicting whether or not he's going to Mega Evolve. If he chooses to Mega Evolve, I would probably just go for the Aura Spear, but if he doesn't, I would go for the Dark Pulse. Both of these are 2-hit KOs, but if I guess wrong, then it's a 3-hit KO, so I have to be very careful there. But I'm going with Mega Blastoise, because Mega Blastoise can at least keep a good handle on Mega Gyarados, and yeah, and Mega Blastoise can also OHKO Zygarde 10% with Ice Beam while taking, like 70% damage from Outrage, if he did choose to go for Outrage, or like 50% from Earthquake. What else? He can definitely counter Blaziken rather easily, and swallow up like a high jump kick or something. I don't know what regular Blaziken runs. I'll know by the time I battle him, but yeah, so he can do that. What else were we looking at? He can also I think he still gets OHKO'd by an Azelf Explosion, but he can eat up Mimikyu's attacks, maybe get Skull Burn off, but I probably wouldn't really want to use it against Mimikyu, because I think Mimikyu could just set up on Mega Blastoise and proceed to sweep. He has an awful lot of sweeping potential on this team, but not a ton of defense. So that might be my window of opportunity there. like I said, he can go for like Golbat or Regirock if he wants to get a little more defensive, and maybe he might take out Blaziken for one of those two. But he has a lot of mons that can sweep, or that can just, you know, go with a choice band. I mean, I guess that would be a sweep. Is just, you know, running with a choice band, just trying to wreck through my team. So, but yeah, that's basically Mega Blastoise. I was thinking of running Rain Dance on either him or Poliwrath to help with to help myself get, you know, stronger water attacks. That's an option a little bit later in the season if I so choose to go that route. But for this matchup, I just decided not to, with Mega Gyarados in the rain. If I get Mega Gyarados in the rain, I'm probably going to get swept. So I definitely have to watch out for Mega Gyarados. But so I'm probably going to lead with Mega Blastoise, or I'll lead with Lando T. I'm running the Life Orb set with Superpower, Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, and U-Turn. I was thinking about running Stone Edge, but I don't think Stone Edge really helps with anything. I was thinking of running Choice Scarf, but I can't run Choice Scarf really because Metagross is weak to a lot of mons on his team. And so, you know, going with Stealth Rocks and Metagross probably wouldn't be the smartest idea. So I went with this. Be a very good pivot using U-Turn. The only thing is I can't wear this down too much because of the Life Orb, and I was thinking of teaching it Roost, which I'm pretty sure it learns Roost. Oh, it doesn't. Never mind. Is it? That's weird. Do any of the genies learn Roost? I thought Tornadus must learn Roost. But anyways, yeah. So we'll probably go with this. And yeah, went with you know, more speed investment because I need to make sure I outspeed Mega Gyarados, and I'm able to. I don't think this would be able to outspeed a Zelf, but this is mostly for Mega Gyarados, making sure that I can get a U-turn off before or when it Mega Evolves, so that way I can just get out of there, because I know, like, you know, a pretty big attack is coming, or he's going to set up a Dragon Dance. So we'll also have Metagross. Metagross, I'm running a Choice Band set, and basically Metagross's job is to get rid of Mimikyu, or do as much damage to Mimikyu as possible. And I guess a Zelf as well, but again, a Zelf can run Fire Blast, and that would be it's a 2-hit KO at that point, and it would make a pretty large dent in Metagross. Metagross I don't think Metagross is going to do too much against this team. I think Metagross would do better against a team that didn't have as much ground coverage, I guess I could say, or, you know, just a team that may be like more rain focused, for example, I guess. So yeah, Metagross might not do much, but I'm hoping that it can do something in this match, because I'm going to need it to do something in this match if I want to win. We have Weezing here. Weezing is basically here just to make sure that I don't get swept by Mega Metagross. So I have Haze here to stop, to get rid of a Dragon Dance boost, and even if it gets defeated, I can come in with, like, let's say Kartana, and try to clean things up. Will-O-Wisp, if I want to burn something, not only Mega Gyarados, but something like Zygarde Dog maybe. Although I think Zygarde Dog with 1,000 Arrows probably OHKOs Weezing, but yeah, that's basically, Weezing is just here to stop a sweep. Basically, those Orb attacks. You can see I just went crazy with the defensive investments, and I may just do this. I don't think it'd make that big of a difference. Or maybe I might just go like 168 defense and like 90 something special defense, but I'm trying to make sure this Weezing can stop sweeps. That's basically its job on the team. I didn't really want, it's either each week I'm either gonna go with Weezing or Mandibuzz, and Mandibuzz just is not a good it's just not a good matchup against this team because I mean mostly Mimikyu, but I mean even Mega Gyarados and I guess it's mainly these two. These two are the reasons why I don't really want to bring it, and it doesn't really help me against anything else. Maybe Blaziken, and I guess Amoonguss, but I have other mons that could do a better job, I feel like, than those two, or than other than Mandibuzz. So yeah, and then Poliwrath is here. Maybe I might reconsider Poliwrath, but Poliwrath is here it's something to switch into Mega Gyarados. It's another thing to switch into Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados is a huge concern of mine this week, so it's basically there to switch into Mega Gyarados to eat up hits. I don't really know what it can do right back, so maybe I might reconsider this. But so he can eat up with Water Absorb. I give him the Rocky Helmet because I figure he's either going to switch into he'll either switch into Mega Gyarados or Mimikyu or Blaziken. I don't know about Zygarde. I don't know if I have anything I would switch into necessarily. But yeah, that's basically his purpose. And he's also, if he does bring Amoonguss, I'll probably just send this out just to get Spored. He's going to be more than likely my least significant member. So yeah, so yeah, that's basically it for Poliwrath. And then Poliwrath, if I could get a Focus Blast off against Gyarados, that'd be huge. What am I saying? It's really late at night, guys. I'm sorry. Focus Blast would actually do a lot to Mega Gyarados if Mega Gyarados was actually Mega Gyarados and not regular Gyarados. Regular Gyarados, I wouldn't have anything here that can counter it. But so there's that, and then last but not least, I think this is my key to winning right here. This Kartana is my key to winning. My whole goal in this week is to get this thing to sweep. His only counter to this, I believe, is Blaziken. He can't really do anything else. Focus Sash as Elf with Fire Blast would be a major problem, but I'm gonna make sure one that he doesn't have Fire Blast, and if he does, I gotta make sure this thing is gone. So, and then of course make sure that something gets Spored by the time I'm ready to bring Kartana in. So basically that's what I am looking at for Kartana, because Kartana can why did I give it a Choice Scarf? It's because I wanted to outspeed Azelf, right? Azelf and Zygarde Dog. So I wanted to make sure I outsped those two, so it's more likely that I get a sweep off, and that's basically my plan. My plan is to just let this thing go loose this week, and get rid of make sure Blaziken is gone, because it may be able to sweep. It depends on how much damage the Blaziken has, but it's basically going to be my revenge killer. And yeah, so yeah, that's basically it for this week. I don't know if we're doing level 50 or level 100, but anyways, that's basically it for this team builder. I like to wish Elite 4 Tom luck this week, because this is going to be on Showdown, and Showdown is just Hack City, so we both probably need good luck this week. And I also would like to thank you guys for watching. I don't know when this battle will be uploaded. This team builder will probably be uploaded the day before that battle, or it might be day of. I don't really know, but I know that there will be two battles this week from this league, from myself, because everybody else is uploading today, actually. and I can't do it because my opponent didn't show up this week. So I'm going to be doing 2 battles next week. That should be a lot of fun, and that means 2 team builders and 2 actual battles. So anyways, I will see you guys then. Keep living the dream. Goodbye.